On the 150th anniversary of the Battle of Gettysburg, the Civil War came to Rockville.
We've come here to free you from the oppression of the Yankee government.
On June 28, 1863, on his way to the Battle of Gettysburg, Confederate General J.E.B. Stuart's cavalry rode into Rockville.
The federal authorities have to understand that they can't come to Virginia and arrest civilians. This war is between soldiers, and the men that they're holding are not soldiers. So I'm going to take your civilians, and we're going to make a little parley trade.
It was the capture of Union wagons in town which proved to be a critical hindrance in his progress towards Pennsylvania, according to historian Robert Plum.
He was supposed to meet up with troops in Gettysburg. He was supposed to support Robert E. Lee. But in fact, for a number of reasons, not the least of which that he captured a Union wagon train, it slowed him way down. So by the time he got to Gettysburg, the battle was half over. His commander, General Robert E. Lee, was furious with him. And he really didn't do the job he was supposed to do, which was to be the eyes and ears of the Confederate cavalry. So he got there late, and many people in the South said, well, the reason the South lost the war was because J.E.B. Stuart wasn't there to do his job of gathering intelligence.
The Heritage Days weekend, sponsored by the Heritage Tourism Alliance of Montgomery County, consisted of countywide events, reenactments, and lectures giving residents and visitors an interactive glimpse into our region's history.
But there are buildings still standing that survived the Civil War. And I think there's a strong feeling among most people who've lived in Rockville for a while that they're, in fact, surrounded by history.
That feeling of being surrounded by history will be officially preserved since Rockville is now part of the county's Heritage Area Management Plan, a designation that qualifies the city for state and county heritage area grants, an asset that can only help to promote Rockville's rich history.
I think people are very excited to learn more about the Civil War, especially how it pertains to Rockville, their place, where they live. And so that's why I think you see the great turnout that we saw today.
As a historian, I'm encouraged whenever I see people show up to things like this and have a real interest. And I've been to a couple of sessions today, and the questions are just excellent. So you know that people are engaged and really interested in the subject. So I'm sort of on a historian high, if that's the right thing to say.
To learn more about the history of Rockville, go online to rockvillemd.gov/history. For County Report this week, I'm Bridget Suiso.